Hi, I'm Dingo Cannon, and this is Standing Ground. Now, in this episode, we're going to have a look. We're going to investigate the people that are involved in the flat Earth. Now, before you think, hey, that sounds crazy, wait a minute, what are you talking about, Dingo? Now listen, just listen up. Things aren't always as they seem, and the flat Earth, as you know, if you're on YouTube or if you've been hiding under a rock, you don't know that flat Earth is booming, and it's literally everywhere you look. It's on Netflix now. They're making documentaries about it. It's an actual thing that's actually causing people to question their reality. I mean, for example, for thousands of years before us, people believed that the Earth was flat. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a flat earther, but what I am saying, it's very interesting and they have to be looked at. So what I've started to do, since I've been investigating a lot of things, and this is, well, Standing Ground, where we're going to investigate a lot of things that are not of this world, I've decided that I'll call this episode the Flat Earth Directory. And I'm going to have a look at the top couple of people that I've been looking into that I think are great, and I think that they've really got their head screwed on. Now, whether this is true or not, and I know in the Flat Earth community with these YouTubers, there's a lot of back and forth going, this person's a shill, this person is set up by the government to give false information. I heard also that the Flat Earth Society has also been set up to be a disinformation organization. So when people seriously go and look at the Flat Earth, and one of the first things that they Google search, and they'll find Flat Earth Society, some of their beliefs on there are not what real Flat Earthers think. So already that puts people off to think the Flat Earth is actually more crazy than it sounds. So here we go. I'm just going to take a list of some people that I think are quite good, and I'm not getting into the politics. I'm not getting into any of that. But what I'm going to do is get into why these people have affected me, and I think they're good. Number one, we definitely must be number one on everyone's list. His name's Eric Dubay, and he came up with 200 proofs that the Earth is not a spinning ball. Now, I've looked at a lot of Eric Dubay's YouTube videos. He's living in Thailand now. He's a yoga instructor there, and he was one of the first people that really got this movement. If you call it a movement, it's not really a movement anymore. It's just becoming part of culture. He's the one that started this off all. Maybe others, but he was the first one that got people, they searched, they could find Eric Dubay. And he comes across very intellectual. He comes across that he's done his homework, he's done his research, and I think he's great. So everything I talk about here, we're going to put up, and we're going to have a look. And these are the people that I think you should have a look if you want to investigate further about the flat Earth and the firmament dome that we live under. So, moving on. Another one that I really like, his name's ODD TV. This guy's pretty cool. He's a rapper, and he writes his own original songs. He raps about flat Earth. He's got great facts. He's been on a lot of interviews. He seems to me a really cool guy. And yeah, respect ODD TV. So check him out too. All right, a guy called Jared from Jeranism. Now, he's been around for a long time that I can gather. His stuff's really great too. I really enjoy Jeranism. He also does another show called Globebusters. He co-hosts with Rob Xanadu 60. Globebusters is great too. I really love their intro. It's fantastic. Shout out to the guys from Globebusters. You guys are doing a good job. Keep it up. So check Globebusters out too. And they'll interview people, and they'll interview people that believe that we're not on a flat Earth, and they're really good debates. So definitely check them out. All right, a guy that you're probably familiar with if you have a thing called Netflix. His name's Mark Sargent, and he came out with, just like Eric Dubay on his 200 Proofs the Earth's Not a Spinning Ball, he came out with Flat Earth Clues, and that's a big one on the YouTube too. So Mark Sargent's been doing a lot of work. He hosts the Flat Earth conferences now annually every year. He does a lot of talk shows. He's now on mainstream news doing a lot of shows. He actually was doing an interview in Australia on the breakfast morning show in Australia. And these hosts that they've got on the morning shows, doesn't matter where you are, America, Canada, I mean, they're idiots. The hosts are idiots. What they do, anyone that comes across with a little bit controversial thoughts, something that's not inside their little box, that the world has to be like this, that everyone's programmed to believe, they want to ridicule them, and they try to mock them. But Mark Sargent did a great job holding his own and not making the flat Earth look crazy. So shout out to Mark Sargent. Awesome, well done on that Australian morning show interview. You really took it to him. I mean, those morning show guys in Australia, they're the ones that try to ridicule David Icke, and when he got banned from coming to Australia just a couple of weeks ago, and they were just out, Kerry-Anne Kennerley, what a disgrace. So it's not real journalism when you go out and you ambush people on your show just because you don't believe it, because you haven't investigated it. So condemnation without investigation is the height of ignorance. So shame on you, Australian Morning TV, Kerry Ann, and the rest of you people. Don't ambush people when they come on your show. So Mark Sargent, I like him. Have a look at his stuff for sure. Another flat earth person that Mark Sargent is aligned with quite a lot, Patricia Steer. She has a YouTube show called Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. I enjoy Patricia Steer. I think she comes across, again, like all these predominant flat earth people on YouTube. She comes off very intellectual. I really enjoy her podcasts, and she always gets a lot of interesting people on and to discuss these topics. Okay, another great guy, one of the highest intellects, I think, in the world, Santos Bonacci. He's from Australia. He's a fantastic guy. This guy knows so much about so much. If you want to know anything about where names come from, words, I mean, this guy took the Australian government to court and won because he didn't pay his taxes, because he was saying that paying taxes is actually illegal, and that actually he doesn't own his name because your name is on the US government's stock exchange and they actually own you. And if that's the first time you've heard about that, check out Santos Bonacci and his total court case. And that was many, many years ago. He wasn't all a flat earther. He's a scholar. He would read more than I would say anyone I've ever seen in my life. And he has a deep understanding about biblical texts, about Sanskrit texts, Bhagavad Gita. Santos is a beautiful man, so definitely check him out. I like him a lot, Santos Bonacci. All right, another guy, famous American comedian that basically gave up his fame, Owen Benjamin. Now, Owen will continue to say that he's not a flat earther. As of this video that I'm aware of, he'll say that he's not, but he says it's very interesting and he understands why people believe or could believe the earth is flat. For one, NASA has just lied in all their photos. Well, not all, but a lot of their photos, NASA lies. And they've been caught out so many times. Faking space, faking the ISS space station. I mean, don't take my word for it. Go and check it out yourself. You just type in ISS fake space station and you'll see them on harnesses. You'll see the green screen, blue screen fail. You'll see them just CGI objects that just come from nowhere when they disappear. You'll even see a dude on a harness flying by pretending that he's in no gravity. This is real, people. I'm not making this up. You can actually go and see it. See it for yourself. Type in fake ISS. So NASA's been caught compositing pictures of Earth. There seems to be no real photos of Earth. They seem to be composites, and that has been admitted by the dude that put them together. They're faking the Earth picture on Apollo missions when they put a stencil in the window and they put their camera right up. They put their camera far back. It was meant to be right up to the window to show the Earth, but they couldn't show the Earth. NASA has not left low Earth orbit. Now, I'm getting out of tangent because I was talking about the flat Earth, but what I'm trying to show is NASA do lie. And that's what Owen Benjamin's saying. So a lot of these people are coming up with really good evidence of why the Earth could be flat. So he really looks at it. This guy's an intellectual. And like again, this guy has abandoned Hollywood, abandoned all that money and fame to seek the truth. So he just sits on his property. He's got his keyboard. He's got his piano. He just sings songs, gets drunk, and just chats. I mean, I like him a lot. You could just listen to him all day. Owen Benjamin, awesome dude. Check him out too. Rob Skiba. There's another guy. This guy's, again, he's a great talker. He's been on a lot of shows. He really stands up for the flat Earth, and he's got a lot of things to say. Rob Skiba, great guy. You'll see him around everywhere at the Flat Earth conferences. Real predominant in the Flat Earth community. Last but not least, and there is more. Believe me, there is more, and I'm sorry if I've missed you out on this Flat Earth directory, but we could even do a part 2. One of the last guys I'm going to mention, Allegedly Dave. Fantastic dude from England. This guy, like Owen Benjamin, gave up a great career, was earning a lot of money, had a life, owned his house, a few houses. And basically when he found out about 9/11, and when he realized, like everyone else, he thought that the official story of 9/11 was the truth. And then he investigated it more. He was just a regular dude that thought whatever the government would tell him was the official story, and that was the truth. But when he found out that 9/11 was an inside job, that's when he started researching, and he just joined the dots, dot collecting, and that's when he discovered Flat Earth. And Allegedly Dave didn't stop from there. He researched. This guy's a fantastic intellect. He put his head down. He researched it for many, many years, and now he's come out on YouTube. He gets interviewed a lot. He goes to a lot of conferences. Fantastic talker. This guy's awesome. Allegedly Dave. Hats off to you, Allegedly Dave. You're doing a great job. I follow all you guys, and I'm really, I like enjoying your next podcast every time you do. So there it is. Standing Ground's Flat Earth Directory. Like I said, if you haven't heard of it before, or you have and you've just dismissed it, go and check out the people that I've just mentioned here and have a look. I'm not talking about just click on it and watch 5 minutes of it. Go and really have a look at it. Give it a chance and have a think for yourself. Go in with an open mind. Clear your mind, like in yoga. Just clear it. And be willing to have a look at the possibilities that we're not on a globe, that things are not always as they seem. That's all I want to do here is open up consciousness, have a look and realize that we have been lied to, that why not? Why not the possibility that we're living on a flat earth that's surrounded by ice, that the firmament protects, basically like a snow dome, and that we're the center of the universe, and that we're created for a purpose. Now imagine that, compared to a ball hurtling through space. How is that more unbelievable than the fact that we're stationary? They're both wild accusations. Either one is right or the other. Or they're a mixture of two. Who knows until we investigate deeper. And that's all we want to do here on Standing Ground is open your mind. And remember, the future is an idea. Imagine it.